What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode here of the Film Room. I'm going to be your host and producer this afternoon, Logan Landers. And join me we're breaking down something different today. We're breaking down a movie trailer. Jay McLovin. Jay, how you doing this afternoon, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. Honestly, I'm curious to see about this Deadpool Wolverine. So, let's get into it.
And our stat guy, who is our popcorn guy, our movie guy today, since we're not talking sports, Dustin Reese. What's going on, Dustin?
I'm always good down for a good movie, but you're lucky you caught me today because tomorrow is the start of college baseball, and once that starts, it's baseball.
Oh, you're right. I'm about to say pitchers and catchers have reported, and I know the rest of the players are coming very, very soon. So it's going to be fun, man. Like I said, we got baseball on the docket, and as you all know from the years we've been doing the show, things get heated whenever baseball's around. If you thought football was something, just wait till baseball's back. When Jay and Frankie can fight for 162 games out of the year about who's the better team in the AL.
Hey Jay, do you want to meet up? Hey Jay, do you want to meet up in Houston on Sunday?
It's a possibility. This Sunday?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to Notre Dame at Rice.
Ooh, kicking things off with baseball. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to keep me informed on that one, but I don't see why not. We'll figure something
out. Oh, well, there we go. Might have a special show for y'all on this upcoming weekend. We'll see, but. Guys, as promised, before we get into it, if you enjoy this episode, give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. We're trying something new today. Once again, we go live each and every single week on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and all the other platforms such as Twitch. And if you want to connect with us on a professional level, if you want to come help out the network and be a part of what we do here, check us out on LinkedIn. We have some openings available, so go check that out and send us a message, send in an application, and we'll get with you, and we'll see if you're fit for the team. So, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. This is going to be the trailer reaction for Deadpool and Wolverine, otherwise known as Deadpool 3. As you can see, it's in theaters July 26th. And also, this is not our footage. We are using this for educational, entertaining purposes, and that is all. So, we're going to play it, guys. We're going to stop it throughout, give our thoughts about what we're seeing, and we'll just go from there. You guys ready?
Absolutely. Whenever you are, brother.
All right, let's go live, guys. Deadpool and Wolverine, the official trailer.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay.
It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Oh, we got some of the regulars from Deadpool 2. Oh, no.
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
And we'll stop it there for the moment.
That is awesome.
We're 42 seconds in, and I think Jay's already hooked. He's already got his tickets on standby.
Jay, you need to get caught up on Deadpool.
You do.
And watch the first two.
So, it just to give some backstory, me and Dustin, and also Dustin's son, see the first two movies. Jay, he's brand new to this, so this is Jay's kind of first taste of Deadpool and what he's all about. So.
Basically, how I can describe it to you, Jay, with Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, he's basically a South Park superhero.
In a way, yeah.
Just some of the stuff he says and some of the things he does, he's like a South Park superhero.
Oh, yeah, I kind of got that vibe.
Yeah, you got some of the things he said, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You would love it.
Right up off the rip.
You would love it.
All right, let's get back into it.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
Oh, I know what we're looking at here.
Step it in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
We're getting there, and it's been rumored or it's been talked about for years about him getting into Marvel and trying to get in. And now it's finally happening after all these years. They're getting into it. So it's especially if you like the comics,
starting to get hooked on into Deadpool now.
Mm-hmm. If you like the comics and if you're a fan of the movie franchises, of course we know Marvel's kind of taken over in the last 15 some odd years. This is something a lot of people have been waiting for. So we're finally getting here. Now we get some action shots.
Yeah, please. Oh my God! God, I love this part. Wait!
You don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
All right, there it was.
Nice.
So Jay is someone who's fresh to all this. What was your initial reaction?
I liked how I love the comedy where he said, "Help me up, you ape," and then he puts out the claws. He's like, never mind.
I'll hold off.
I was good here, and I like how they bring that into it. So now I see what you're saying, where Marvel is really
Mm-hmm.
coming into things.
Yeah, and like I said, obviously the action sequences didn't give away too much. Obviously, you don't want to do that in a trailer. But they have some really good action scenes with you saw the gunplay, you saw there's a lot of fighting in there also. So really cool, and I'm excited to see how they're going to kind of mesh these two with Deadpool and Wolverine, how they're going to play off each other, and just whatever they're going to get into, and also the dialogue. I'm sure that's going to be just. You saw some of the quips that they had, so I'm sure that's going to just be amped up by 1,000 in the full film.
And Wolverine is kind of that serious, but yet a little sarcastic personality. And then you have Deadpool, which is slapstick comedy personality. It's going to be interesting to see how those two mesh together.
Yeah, it's kind of a clashing there. And Dustin, I want to get your thoughts.
See, I'm a Marvel fan, but at the same time, I'm not a Marvel fan. If that makes sense.
So you like certain films.
I'm very I love the Avengers movies and things like that, but I'm kind of getting sick of all the spin-offs where they're literally taking Captain America. He's got how many movies? Then you have Thor. He's got how many movies? Then you got all the other Marvel characters, and they're not only getting their own movie, but they're getting 3 or 4 movies of their own movie. And it's just
right.
If you want to take the character and give them their own movie, just give them one and be done with it. Don't have Captain America, this, Thor, this, and have each one keep going and going and going.
But Wolverine's got several movies.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I love the X-Men movies. Right. All of the X-Men movies, I love them together. But once they started taking Wolverine and doing his own, and then they had another X-Men character and had, I think, a movie just on that X-Men character. I rarely watch the spinoffs. I like the whole entire group as a whole together, and then maybe I'll watch the spinoff here and there. But typically, I just watch the Avengers, all those together, and then the X-Men movies, all those together, and I won't watch the spinoff ones.
No, I mean, and that's fair. And I mean, you've seen all the trailers for, like I mentioned, the last 15 some odd years of countless spinoffs with Black Panther, Captain America. This is Deadpool's third, but like I said, Deadpool hasn't been in the main movie, so he's always had this kind of main franchise here. And of course, they have all the TV shows as well on Disney with WandaVision and Loki. Just always having content. They've really made this into a cash cow over the last.
And it really is it. As long as these movies are bringing in money, why would they not do a sequel to see how much more money they can? It's all money making.
And that's what they've been doing. But the main criticism that a lot of people have been saying is that they're oversaturating it and that the quality of it is going down. They're making more.
I wouldn't say
it's going to go down. You're going to go.
I wouldn't say the quality.
People get bored.
I wouldn't say the quality is going down just because every year you can get better with technology and do so many different things to make it better. But I would agree that they're saturating it because the more spin-offs you do with the more characters, you're taking the meaning of the Avengers away from it. Like the Avengers was like that series where all of the Marvel characters came together.
Right.
But the more spin-offs you're doing to kind of highlight each character individually, you're taking it away from the Avengers and kind of what the Avengers meant to that whole series. Like the Avengers is what started that whole series. And when that movie came out, that's when you saw all these characters kind of getting their own spin-off films after that. So the more spin-offs they get, the more you're taking away from the actual series, which kind of got everything started.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Iron Man was technically the first like Marvel cinematic.
Iron Man and Captain America were like the first two,
right?
But then you had Avengers.
Once the Avengers came out in I think 2011 or 2012, ever since then it's just kind of really been going at it, and they've added people, they've added Spider-Man, and now we're seeing Deadpool. So it's
look at Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
They don't do any spinoffs. It is literally just Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have 3 or 4 films just of that group. And then there's no spinoffs of it because otherwise that would do the same thing. It would saturate the meaning of what Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's a great franchise, but I don't particularly care to see a Star-Lord spinoff. But I think the reason they were able to maybe do it with the MCU, like with Iron Man and Captain America and Hulk also, just, name a few, it's just because I would say those are more well-known, mostly based on their comics, as opposed to – I'm not saying the Galaxy weren't, but in terms of popularity, I don't think you can deny that more people are aware of the characters I listed.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why they were going at it. They said, all right, we're making some money from this. Everyone's watching it. And why not keep it going?
That's the thing, though. Like, I don't mind like the X-Men if you want to do like the origin of each character. If you want to do a movie like that, that's okay because I think it does kind of explain how they all got together.
A little bit to it.
Each one. But I think, like you said, when you start going like 10 or 12 movies deep, then it starts, kind of loses meaning.
Yeah, I was okay with Thor and Captain America and some of those characters just for kind of that first movie to kind of introduce to them and how they became what they were.
Right.
And then when you start going like 2 or 3 more movies beyond that, it's just like, what's the point?
Then you're just doing too much.
Just giving them like their own story.
They're kind of doing the same thing that a lot of horror movies do. Not more so nowadays in a way, but back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, where there were how many Nightmare on Elm Streets, how many Friday the 13th, and now I guess current day how many Saw movies there are. There's just an insane amount. Obviously, if you're a fan of those franchises, you love it. But if you're someone who doesn't really follow it, you're like, man, how are they making 7 movies about one thing?
That Saw could go on forever because all they got to do is have a new person become the Saw and make, that could just, that's what they did.
They could go on forever.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, really?
Because the guy that originally was doing, he was dead by like the 3rd movie. Right. And then the rest of them were like the other people that took over or whatever became Saw.
Right. But yeah, I think just kind of getting back here, I am pumped for this movie. I think it's going to be great. Obviously, Saw it comes out in July. Perfect for the summer also. So I will definitely be going in line, watching it in theaters, and it's going to be a good time. And I think it's going to be good.
I'm curious, and that's another thing too. Like even look at Star Wars, man. Like how many Star Wars spinoffs have there been?
Oh God, yeah.
From Luke Skywalker, but Han Solo had his thing,
and that's another
Mandalorian,
and that's another series too that I never got into because they screwed up the order.
There's just so much going on.
No, because if you look at the chronological order of Star Wars, the movies that came out in like the 70s are actually movies 4, 5, and 6 in the series.
Right.
And the movies that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s were episodes 1, 2, and 3 of the series, and then 7, 8, 9 and beyond actually follow the timeline. But the first 6 movies are like completely out of order. And just like, how does someone get into a series when the first 3 movies you release are completely out of order? Like you're watching this and it's just like, who's Luke Skywalker? And then all of a sudden you start watching stuff later and Luke Skywalker's kid is in it. It's like, wait a minute, what?
How do we get here?
It's like everything else. I don't know if they ever really intended to do a 1, 2, or 3 or 7, 8, or 9 or whatever. I think the 4, 5, and 6 was what they thought. And then somebody had an idea like, you know what, we should really go back and make one, 2, and 3 and see how much more money we can make off of it. You know?
No,
and then when that did well, then how about we expand it and see if we can, you know.
No, yeah, and like I said, we're obviously going to be going more in depth in the movies. Obviously, with the summer, it's going to be a lot more bigger stuff coming out, so it's going to be fun.
Oh,
we're going to be here watching it and seeing what we think of it. So, Jay McLovin, Dustin Reese, as always, my friends, it's been a pleasure watching this with you, reacting to the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Been your host, producer, Logan Landers. Guys, if you like the video, give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe on our social media platforms. Until then, enjoy your weekends. We'll